Hey guys, welcome back. It is Lucid, and it's turn 7 in Dota All-Stars, where we are playing Nottheim. For those of you who don't know, Not is, oh god. Here I go, trying to say that I looked something up, and I forget already. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a cold, so my voice is kind of out. But, it means night, and I think Danish, but I could be wrong. Anyway, Nottheim, because it's the coming of the night. Here we go. And we have our first expansion into a bunch of werewolves. Now, I thought this would go better than it did. It turns out, there's some problems. Which is basically these werewolves hurt, and I thought we would have kind of more support. So one of my guys got bleeding, which is obviously not great. Yeah, I think he just bleeds out. So that was, I guess, more unlucky than anything. But that actually is going to matter a lot in the future, because that guy had... that was a pretty small squad, and when you get to 5, we're at, like, critical morale, so now it's, like, really easy for them to rout. And I can't really mix them with anything else. Like, they don't mix with the undead. Fortunately, there's a priest back here. The priests... Man, this is why you need a lot of the Ice Guard when you're fighting the priest, because you need to kill stuff really fast. Okay. So we got both of those. We had some events. If I recall, these are bad. How do I don't know how I get luck 3 and then I get all these shitty events. Literally, I'm luck 3. Unrest plus 34. Misfortune plus 3. What the fuck? Unrest plus 21. What the fuck? Air gems plus 3. Come on, game. So shitty. We had an unrest event in our capital like the turn before. I don't know what the fuck is going on. So... I had some decisions here, and I think I actually made the wrong move. What I do is I move, and just with how the Discord bot works, I can't exactly show you. It's not saving my turns when it sends me the backup. So only on my current turn will I be able to show you the current turn. But basically, I'm going to move here so that I can run into this province. And you would be like, okay, well you don't need to send a big army here, but in all likelihood, I'm going to bump. Like... This is such an easy province, and it's so valuable, somebody's gonna take it pretty soon. And it's weak because I ran my shit into it. So, anyway, we're gonna go there. This is not strong enough to fight the cavemen. And I make another mistake here. Well, I don't know if this is a mistake. So I reanimate Solus, which, okay, that makes sense, but then turn after I probably should move back, and turn after I stick around. We have a commander here, and I think I stop recruitment right to the point where I can get a building. A palisade. Up here, we actually are gonna get some Solus before we run it. This is a lot of heavy cav. You know, we don't want to run low on Solus when we're fighting heavy cav. And so this, you know, kind of obviously my next move. That's about it. Heavy horseman is up. So we're actually gonna leave and go to the next turn. Try to get through these a little quickly. There's not too much to talk about. So there's no events. I mean, there's no expansion. Okay, we finally get a good event, but I don't know if this makes up even for all the unrest we've been getting. Because that unrest, man, it cost you a lot over the course of several turns. And then this one, we get some Astral Pearls, so that's nice. So I guess luck coming back. The thing is with luck is you get so many more events. Yeah, your odds of getting a bad event, I think, are higher. In terms of raw numbers, you're just going to get a much better ratio, or you should. Okay. So we've moved here, and Nazmor is... Oh, sorry. Told you I'm kind of sick. Nazmor is right there. So Nazmor is basically... They've got the Rakatapa. And this is probably, I would say, like, second strongest or something. They're really strong. They're expanding with these guys, Millites, which are basically just really low resource, pretty good expansion dudes. So that's nice. They don't hurt very much. And they also have some Warriors of the Deep in this party. But yeah, they've got Koyas, which, I mean, they're good mages, but they're expensive and cap only. I'm not super a fan. They've got Huron Priests who are really good. The mummification stuff doesn't really work on them. Like, they will mummify, but they can't reanimate dead. They can get slaves, but then these are very expensive chassis to get. The bird slaves. They've got Master of the Five Elements, which is kind of a meh pick. They've got this guy who's sick, but I think this is cap only, yeah. So there's not going to be a ton of them. But basically that's how they're going to spend it. So I don't know. And they've got Augurs who are good. I think these guys also have Firebirds. Anyway. There's a bunch of Deer Tribe here. Now what we choose to do, I was really kind of like scratching my noggin on this one. So we're gonna do a few things. One is we're gonna take all these guys and come back, because I realized that like I'm gonna commit a ton of stuff this direction. And then the second thing is I need to take this and do an expansion arc out here, or it's gonna be really bad. Like I need to get up here, so I need to go boom, 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 boom. I think, God, that's gonna be a hard province. I think that's the way we're gonna go. Or maybe I go boom, boom, reanimate, boom, converge, boom, and then hit that, I don't know, where I let the enemy hit it once or twice. The other thing we've got to do is we've got to move somebody up this way. I think the other thing I didn't talk about, we're 1 month away from the Palisade finishing here, so I'm actually going to make a lab. And that's so I can start getting, I think I'm going to get Warrior Smiths, because these don't take a temple. And it'll be good to get a couple out, because I've already got some Earth income. And I could get like a, if I get the air random, I can start making gem alquils, which would be nice. So anyway, we're moving these guys up here. Here we've kind of got enough Solus. What I'm going to do here is we're going to move these guys this way, and we're going to move these guys this way. And the thought is, this is cold 3, and this is not cold. So these guys can kind of get picked off. What I do is I picked the wounded out, and then I actually went through here and picked all the ones with like crippled or something, and I put them in a squad. And I think I kept all the giants back here, but basically I have it like this. Where hopefully these guys are going to eat a bunch of lance chargers. It wasn't quite that many, something like this. Because I don't want these guys killing my my ice guard. Not surprisingly. So anyway, we're gonna run into that. And honestly, if I get this, we're now getting like 2 around my cap everywhere, which is like not great, but won't be horrible. You know, if we get this and we get this, and then we get these 3. If I get 14 provinces, I'll be okay. I think I'll be one of the smaller guys to start out, but whatever. I kind of screwed up my picks. If I had a good expansion pick here, this would be awesome. I'm not even sure what I would get. Anyway, the next time we play All-Stars, I have to do some different theme though. But yeah, that's basically it. We're still gonna make Thaumaturgs. I think I cranked this back up. I think I get a scout here too, so that if I want to, I could build a fort, but I'm not sure if I want to. I don't really have any super high income lands. Like, this is kind of my best right now. We've already got a fort coming up. I do want this. The other thing that happens this turn is, upon seeing these guys, I immediately talk to my buddies over here, and they're pretending to be all friendly with me, and I don't know if they are, but basically I've said, hey, I'm not very comfortable with them being this close. Now, for objective, I'm not really comfortable with either. Like, both of them. Here's the thing. Here's his cap. Here's his cap, I think. 32? Yeah, this is his. I think his is right here, but it could be here. I forget. Anyway, this province is 2 from both of ours, and this province is 2 from both of ours, so I'm not really happy about kind of not getting either of them. But this one's going to be worth a lot. This is probably one of the better provinces on the map, so I really want this one. It's a large farmland. It's going to be at least 1,600, maybe 2,000. So I will definitely, or not definitely, I might fight a war to get it. But it's going to depend. If we look at him, let's take a look and see how good we think he is for fighting us, like in the early game. These guys can do fire astral stuff pretty early, and I think he has strange fires. Let's, let me pause and check. Okay, so yeah, these guys can do strange fires. So, and he's gonna have it by the time we'd have our first war. But basically it's 8... One second, let me check. Yeah, it's 8 untyped armor piercing damage. That does 3 times damage versus undead or demons. And it's area of effect 3. So it's gonna do 24 damage, 24 armor piercing damage to undead, which is basically gonna one-hit kill him. But there's no MR check or anything, so it's pretty good. So we'll see. But if we, I mean, so they've got that. I guess they've got these guys who are going to be pretty good. Honestly, my Ice Guard are going to be pretty good against them. Like, if I do... I think if I do, like... Undead in the back, line of Ice Guard in the front, shit ton of my heavy bolters in the middle, I think we should crush a lot of them, because if they do the birds, they're gonna get all tangled up in my undead. And then the undead they don't really have anything to punch through 24 protection. And then 8 armor piercing damage from strange fire is definitely not gonna do it. I feel like that would work pretty well. So I don't know, it's not a great matchup. But anyway, if this guy is willing to do it with me and we attack the same turn, then I'm willing to do it. But for now, we're going to risk a bump. We're going to move over here. Because this is cold, I think I actually back all these guys up some, so that my... basically, the colder it is, the more heavy lifting I want my Ice Guards to do. And here, I don't want a ton of heavy lifting, so I've got people in front and then people coming in behind. But yeah, if we get attacked here, like if he attacked us here, we'd probably be out of the game, because we would lose our palisade, which is coming up. I think we lose the lab money too, but I'm not sure. I think we do. And yeah, I mean, it'd just be bad news bears. I don't think he would do that, but because the other thing was I was talking with, who the hell is this nation? With Marvernix, Max Verney, and he was saying that this guy wants to attack me in the summer, so I should prepare for like 10 turns from now being attacked. But he said he's interested in attacking Naz more, so that's good. I don't, you trust that as much as you choose to, but if he does, then I'm gonna be all about it. Take some of the stuff, maybe get his cap. We'll see. I'm not sure if I want to let him... I think he's building a fort. Or going to build a fort here. Because this is obviously a super valuable province. So, one thing I could do is... Let's look at the movement. Like, if I'm here... Get here is 23. No, but this is not friendly. We'll see. Next turn... Okay, I'm not sure. We'll have to see when I take it, but potentially I could surprise him. I could let it go up where he gets a palisade, and then I snipe in one turn, take it. If he doesn't have an army ready to kick like 100 undead off, or I could even let him upgrade it, right? Put a lab in there, and if he's not ready, I can keep this huge army, and he won't suspect it. And I one turn pop it with like a small group of guys here that he wouldn't really be like that weird about. Yeah, and then I could take it in the lab. That would be a great way to start the war. Problem is he's going to start recruiting shit when he gets those up. I think I get everybody reanimating too. At some point we're going to want to go and do some research, just not yet. I need desperately to finish expansion. So that's basically it for this turn. We're attacking here, we're attacking here. We're bringing these guys back so that I can potentially attack out of my capital here next turn. And now we're actually going to go live. And there's one person left to go, which is really funny because this guy was pinging this guy was the last person to submit, and this guy was kind of being annoying pinging him. I mean, I ping people, but anyway. It's best to do it in a polite way because people have the full turn timer. But anyway, he was pinging him like crazy. It was funny. He wasn't being mean, but it was probably also annoying. So it's really funny. He's the last one now. Okay, here we go. We have a few battles, and maybe we have some non-shitty events. I can't actually remember. I think they were actually shitty. I've gotten one good event. Well, Unrest events are bad early, and I've gotten a lot of them. Because you don't have time in the beginning to patrol, or anything to get rid of them. Now, not ideal, these guys are kind of bunched up, so we're not getting, like, perfect surface area, but we got most of them in there. And the nice thing about these glaives, man, is they just chop them up. What you don't really want to do is just stand here with, like, a non-killy line where they kill your undead, because your undead's not, you know, that killy. But we've killed them, and that's probably going to cause a rout back here. Yeah. We get the general rout. Okay, we lost a few undead. Yeah, we lost 10 undead, so it's not awesome, but it's not bad. Not terrible, but not great. Okay, now this is where things go kind of bad. Because I had these guys behind, but somehow they still make it to the front. They eat a shit ton of lance charges. So they're all afflicted now, and that's probably going to make them run. Fortunately, they haven't run yet, and they've chopped up most of the heavy cav, because my guys are going to have trouble dealing with the heavy cav. But we get hit again, and we're still going to run. 22. Is that more than these guys? God, a giant which does 32 damage. That's a lot of damage for a free spawn guy, I'm just going to tell you. Okay, and then our guys are running off the field, but I think one of them makes it, the other two don't. This guy's diseased, he's basically dead. This guy's afflicted with mute. Mute doesn't matter. Events, okay, well, so let's look at it. We lost 2 out of our 5, which, if you think about it, part of this all comes down to the fact that we lost that one guy earlier. So, kind of, small mistakes add up. Anyway. And we were fortunate, this could have been more. I think the scouting report said 50, so 40 is good. 50 we might have actually lost. These guys ran. And it was kind of nagging me that I had positioned these guys a little too far forward, because I knew I had put, if we watch it again, it would be fine, because normally they have the same movement speed about as the Solus. Or not quite. The Solus, yeah. These are 8, these are 5. I should have put these farther forward, but the ones that are limped, which there's a few of them, these guys, like, yeah, combat speed 2, they can barely move, so... But I knew the heavy cav were gonna be, my calculus was like, okay, well the heavy cav are gonna be running to me really fast, so I don't need them that far back. But I should have just put them farther back. Anyway, I don't think I would have lost any if I was not retarded. Okay, we got a fort up here, so this is my live turn, so we can potentially make changes. We start recruiting Ice Guard, we recruit a Warrior Smith, and he can site search this one province, and then we're site searching here with this guy, and then we're probably gonna build a temple. I'm not sure. Thing is, I have a lot of things I need to do, and I think I really have to prioritize, because I'm not gonna be able to do everything. Like, I want to get all these mages out site searching, but I don't have enough money to do that at the beginning. So I have to, like, pick what types of gems do I want. Things I want at the beginning, because I want to deal with all these undead dudes running around. I really need to get fire magic out. So I need to get 1 or 2 of these, maybe even 2 of these guys out. Site searching. It's going to take up a lot of turns, though. So anyway, we got to be careful. I've got 6 in all my places. We are 2 turns left having a fort up here. We've got this guy moving in. Potentially, I could get attacked here, too. So I have to see what they've got. Do I even have good... No, I have shitty PD, too. It's kind of a problem. Like, if they pop up here next turn, that's just kind of the worst. Okay, so what we're doing, we've got cold over here. It's early winter. Here's his cap. So we're going to go ahead and lay claim to this. And I might need to see who is over here. But nobody over here is going to want to push up this way, so we're going to take it. We've got 2 Centurions here, which I am guessing is all that's left of his other expansion party. So it looks like he barely won, which is fine. Less dudes for me to worry about. So we're going to move over here. Take this. And then from here, I can actually test how many map move it is to get here. And these guys don't have a ton of map move. They have 16. So if it's 16, which I kind of doubt, then we can get here. But if it's not, I can get a scout. And he can, with my undead leadership, my scout actually can lead 100 undead. So I can get him really fast. So I can get him, move him here, and then when I'm ready, we can just go stomp on top of that fort. Now looking at it, I actually got like a little mistake here. Who's afflicted? You're afflicted. Battle fright. Don't really like that. And you're afflicted, you've got a limp. The limp is worse than the battle fright. Okay, limp. So, what we're gonna do is shift everybody up here. Oh, I hit the wrong key, okay. And then this guy can reanimate. So that's good. So we're gonna move over here. Here we're getting Ice Guard. I need a front line. Once we have a front line, like a fair amount of Ice Guard, we'll start getting crossbowmen. Here we're reanimating Soulless. My thinking is I don't really want to take this yet from Yominam. I think his cap is like right here. Which honestly, this is fair game. But I think I'd rather get 24 undead. And then I can either take this or this. I'm not really super committed to taking this, though that would be nice. But the thing is, if I don't give him enough space up here, he's going to want to fight me. And I kind of want to fight down here or up here. This is like lowest priority target for killing. Because he's, I think, the least scary late game. These guys, I think, are the most scary late game, and then this is third. I'm actually near some of the harder players. And everybody, I think a lot of people here have a lot of experience, too. Kind of a lot of vets. So we're going to move kind of everybody over here. We're moving 3 mages, which you might be like, okay, that's kind of wasteful. Well, 2 of them we just need to converge. And then I need to have a big force here. The 3rd one's coming in so that we can reanimate. Next turn. So that is the plan. Then turn after, this guy's either going to come up here or come over this way. I'm not actually sure. I need to see where the neighbor is. So Nazmor is down here. I need to figure out who's over here. Let's actually do that real quick. This doesn't look like the right map, is it? I don't think this is the right map. 1 second. I think it's this one. Am I being... Okay, hold up. I need to go delete these other maps. It's either this one or this one. And I just checked that one. I thought it was this one. I was just like... Where's 32? Okay. So here's me. This is... this is the right one. So here's me. Here's Nasmor. Over here, this is Max Varney. Up here is Unimaginable, which is the... This is the I think the best build in the game. This is the super crazy Hellbless. With like middle-aged Statist Dominion and a bunch of other good stuff. So I'm kind of anxious to go close this path off. We're going to be attacking here next turn and then trying to run up. I don't think we get this, but that's okay. If we get all this, I'll be fine. Probably not going to get that either. We'll see. If he's slow and I get this, maybe I can get him to pay me for it. That'd be ideal. Like, pay me and a nap. And then get like 500 bucks. Because this is going to be worth a lot. This is a farm, but it's not large. This one I really want. Holy shit. Freshwater, large, and farm. Ugh. Okay, now who's over here? Holy shit. So I don't know who is over here. But man, there is a ton of space. So I need to be looking to like get this and this and this and even this, and then that can potentially secure me these 2 thrones. Yeah, so this, I'm glad I looked at this. This is a really important part of the map. This place is just empty over here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like I'm like 6 away from his cap this way. Holy shit. This potentially could be mine. I think this one's already been taken. But yeah, if I get both of these, I'm gonna be happy camper. So anyway, let's go back in here. Okay, so... Oh, this isn't taken. Man, I could get all of this. And then potentially get these 2. That would be huge. Yeah. This is decent gold income, too. Am I getting a scout here? I'm moving a scout here. This might be my next fort. Yeah, so if I get this, and then I go here, 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 here. Like, this would be an awesome expansion loop. Because this army is going to be really big. It's going to be the middle of winter. Oh shit, I have no... I have no ice guard. It kind of sucks. Well, these guys can do it. We can go boom, boom, boom. Alright, and then this will be enclosed. And then we'll come back. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So these guys are gonna go, like, here, and just try to block that off. And for that, we're definitely gonna need all these undead. Yeah, this guy's dead. Basically, this guy's gonna be bodyguards. And then this guy is gonna come boom, boom. Or most likely this is gonna go to this guy. So we're probably gonna go boom, boom, boom. And then I'll be happy. So let's count how many I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3. I think this is pretty much guaranteed. 4, 5, 6. That's basically guaranteed. 7, this is gonna be guaranteed. then maybe 8 and maybe 9. So I will have between 7 and 9 more provinces, and then potentially these thrones. So if we count how many I currently have, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I get 7 and I have 9, I'm gonna have 16. So I'm gonna be on the, I think that'll be about average, I think. Because it's supposed to be 14 per player, but I don't know. I feel like these maps always have, like, more than 14 per player. It's like you put 14 per player in, but then, like, when you count the lakes and other stuff, there's more than 14 per player. And I've got access to this throne, too, potentially. This doesn't look very hard. We'll go ping it later. Yeah, we can go here, here. Not sure. Thing is, my guys have dark vision, so we're actually going to do pretty well in the cave. And if we have 2 sets of these guys, we'll do pretty well against cavemen. And that might be better. Well, maybe this is better, because then I get to zigzag over this way and potentially take this. But I will feel totally... If I move... Yeah, because if I move up, it's still going to be winter when I fight here. And what that means is... If I bump, we're going to be bumping with 20 of my Ice Guard in the winter. Which I'm cool with. Oh, Death Sight. Let's go look around for sites, too, because I've got time. I don't think this has had my Dominion, but maybe it does. Maybe it just got pushed out. Yeah, it probably has. It's got, like, all my scales. Oh, okay. I think that's it. We're only gonna have... Oh, we're gonna have 2 battles next turn, so that's okay. Forts are a little slow. In my test games, I'm way bigger than this at this time. Or not way, but significantly. Like 2 or 3. And that ends up affecting your fort timing a lot, because... That additional income you get, like, think about it this way. You've got... You're going to be spending a certain amount of money in your cap. Then, any bit of extra income you get is going to be what... that's subtracted from your cap is going to go to forts. And PD and stuff. So, expanding a little faster earlier usually means you get your first forts out faster. Anyway. Pretty happy with this. I think the chances of a bump here are very low. The only question, he's probably building a fort, and it's like, do I want to... Well, actually, this is going to be done... Well, it's going to be done in 3 months. We can wait here. Love you, hide. Okay. I do want to see if he's got a fort going up. Because I may sabotage it. But... It's okay. The nice thing about this is if I'm not super in a rush, my army's gonna be like I'm probably like #1 in army score graph, I would imagine. Now my guys aren't necessarily great, but they're not bad. And then if I get them, especially if I bump and I get them in, all I need for my first army is I have my Prophet plus 2 Communion Slaves, and then we can do Power of the Sepulchre. And there's a huge buff to these guys' damage outlay. Anyway, I think that's it, guys. Still, we're at 0 research. But we can turn on our research really fast. Yeah. No research until expansion's over. Not for us. Take care, everyone.